Hey everyone, Brian from Bearable Traders here. Wednesday, July 10th. Just going to do a bit of a midweek recap here. And you can see here we actually got over 3,000 on the SPY today, just touched above there and then pulled back. So pretty much all in the bullish camp here. Still a lot of stocks above their 50 and 200-day moving averages. Lots more new highs and new lows. Market internals still look pretty strong. Had the testimony from Powell today, hinted further that probably a rate cut is coming, so that kind of gave everybody a reason to pop the champagne bottles. We're going higher, so you can kind of see here where the action was: utilities and technology, safety trade, and risk on trade, topping the week's performance so far. It's a little bit crazy, but that's where we're going. So let's take a look at the indexes. 10-year Treasury kind of hovering just above the 2% level right now. And again, probably going to head lower if we get more interest rate cuts. And coming back up here on the weekly, which is kind of interesting. The Dow daily, you can see the Dow got right up, probably broke to new high here and then did a pretty significant pullback. So I think obviously investors are still wondering where this market's going, if we're going to go higher or if we're just going to consolidate here. I can't see us really going lower unless something really precipitates that, some kind of weird news event. IWM, the small caps, again, just kind of churning along here. Again, I think we may end up being stuck in a range. Let's take a look at the Qs on the daily. You can see here Qs broke out. Technology still strong. MU has been strong. AMD has been strong. Chips have been strong. NVIDIA. And again, that probably technology will continue to be some kind of strength in the market. S&P again back out over 3,000, but then ended up pulling back on the day, so a little bit of trepidation about possibly going higher. The dollar sold off today, of course, on news that probably a rate hike is coming. So there was some question whether it was, so the dollar popped up, and then it became more evident that it was going to happen in July, just by the comments that Fed chair made today. So we're probably looking at a weaker dollar. And the VIX really sold off here with the prospects of future interest rate cuts. So interesting price action. Let's take a look at the actives. We added a few stocks today. Gold starting to break out again, you can see. So I added back more to my NUGT position today. We'll get to NUGT in a second. BMY, I'm still holding on to some of this. I'm just hoping it can get back and push through this new high here, maybe get through 47. Had a bit of an inside day today, and like I said, I'm just hoping it can push higher, but I'm getting a little running out of patience with it. But you know, it is a bit of a pendant here. You can draw the your top here and your bottom here, and it looks like today's range was much narrower than yesterday's range, and it's narrowing down to a point. So I think it's going to break one way or another here in the next day or so. EA, I added to it. I liked the way it was, bottomed here, bottomed here, bottomed here. You can see here it just keeps finding a support around 91.20, 91.50, somewhere in that range. So picked it up, saw it bottomed again at 91.50, and hoping to catch a bit of a bounce here back to this level here, 95, and then maybe even up to 97 if we can kind of make a move back that way. And here's NUGT. NUGT broke out today. When it breaks out, when it gaps up, it always tends to pull back, and just seems like that's the price action lately. You can see here it gapped up, pulled back, and then went higher. Gapped up, pulled back, and went higher. So when it gapped up, I just waited for it to pull back and got in. And again, it looks like it wants to go higher. Let's take a look at the monthly. and just see if we can see some levels here where this could be going. See, this has a long way to run here. And if gold continues to strengthen, again, could be, we could get a move up to, sort of in this 43 range, 44 range. Let's take a look at the weekly, see if we can drill down a little bit here. So yeah, here's 34 could be a level if we've gotten through this these previous resistance levels right here. Could be looking at up in the 33, 34 range for a next move higher. RSI is continuing to strengthen. Looks like it's going higher. Loving it. Baba had a terrible day. It gapped up and gave back all of that and more. So again, the Chinese stocks are just having trouble getting any kind of traction here, even on an up day with the Dow and S&P and Q's up. The Chinese internets are just struggling here. Baidu, same thing, gapped up higher, closed lower on the day. Terrible price action. And like I've been saying all along, 200 was almost a given here on Facebook, so we went out 202.73, and I'm short these puts back here at 92.50, which will expire worthless at the end of the week, and I'll take my money on that. Yeah, Facebook's just been great. It just keeps. Let's just go back to that chart. It just, boom, 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 just keeps going higher. I actually almost bought some calls, but I don't like buying calls because you pay the price plus the premium, and I was going to buy some 200 calls last week. Probably in retrospect I should have. Easy to say. Again, here's the Chinese internet stocks. Started higher, ended lower on the day. Ugly. Micron again came up to this 44 level today and just stalled out, and of course you can see why. Here, this has all been sort of a prior level of resistance, so it challenged that level and then pulled back on it. Don't know where it's going, but it's the trend is your friend, and it could be just doing a bit of a pullback here for a consolidation move higher. Silver, I'm looking at this as well. Poor man's gold. It gapped up again nicely today. The semis, well, not a great day. It started higher, or pretty much went out the same place it came in at, and a bit of a gravestone doji there. So not looking that positive on that doji for coming days. T is just, should have taken it on this little pullback, but it just seems to be topping out here. So keeping an eye on that. UNG, natural gas, prices coming up. We've got an inventory report tomorrow, Thursday. We'll see what happens there. Still no position in that. Seems to be pretty choppy. And oil has been on a bit of a tear here. You can see here, gapped up. And then we had some surprise inventory drawdowns. Wednesday inventory report, and so it looks like it's breaking out. So maybe that might be also a good indication to get into some of the oil service names. XLE is one way to play it. The energy sector, Spider Fund. You can see here it looks like these are all levels of prior resistance. Just went out the day right at those levels, so I'll be watching for a move higher here tomorrow. If we can get through this 200-day moving average, it looks like it may be, we could be in for a 65, then up to 66.50 maybe, 66.70. And you don't have to play these names. There's there's Devon Energy. There's all sorts of names you can play here. Actually, look at this chart. It almost looks the same here. It came back up, challenged these levels, and pulled back a little bit. Gap to fill here, which actually it already did. And then you got maybe $30 and then $31 here for an opportunity. Let's take a look at Oxy is another one. Any number of these you could play. Halliburton, Oxy looks like it could come up here to like a 51.50 level. One of the things that's really, let me see if I can bring this bring this up here. One thing that's not looking very good are the transports. You know, if you know Dow theory, you know the transports, the Dow follows the transports, market follow the transports. And while the markets are making new high, you can see the transports are really struggling. They couldn't get back up to their highs. Definitely topped out here, which was a you know, a bear flag. Prior high here, resistance became support here, but now we came back up and just failed. So this is not looking. This is kind of weird. It's not looking. You know, this isn't what you would expect to see in a market where we're touching and going into new highs. So maybe the Dow transport theory is, you know, the Dow theory is maybe falling apart a little bit here, but transports are telling a different story on the economy and where the markets are going. That's just an offhand comment. So anyway, right now trend is your friend. It's heading up, and looks like we got some good trades on. And we'll see everybody in the Bear Bull trading room in the morning. This is my book on Amazon, How to Swing Trade. If you haven't checked it out already, it's there for the taking. Have a great evening, rest of the evening, and like I said, we'll see you in the Bear Bull trading room in the morning. Bye for now, everybody.